Out of all the characters you can turn into a Primaris, Dante is the most funny choice out there. And I say this as a Blood Angels fan, a big Blood Angels fan, to be honest. That, well, how should I put it? It's a little bit weird. We have confirmation, it has been leaked, that we have a Primaris Dante model. The guy that always wanted to just end it, who didn't want to live anymore. You know, like that meme from that show with the guy that always just wants to end it. No. Dante crosses the most dangerous process a space marine can ever go through, well, after its first operation and turning into a space marine, crossing the Rubicon Primaris. And boy, as dangerous as they make that sound, it's such a harmless process. Because no named character ever really died from it. And I can understand why they don't really kill characters off using the Rubicon. But still, it needs to have some depth to it. You know, we need to have characters die from crossing it, so that it can, make something. Its lore bit can matter something. And it probably matters, and we'll have information about random space marines, no-name jobbers and jabronis that just die from it. But it's not enough. And I find it so funny that they made the space marine that just doesn't want to live anymore into a Primaris. Because only in death does do the end. And boy, does death not come anytime soon for our good old lore commander Dante over here. But that's besides the point. What you're seeing right now are photos of the leaked Dante Primaris miniature that I got from Marshall Bohemond from Twitter. I recommend you follow him. Pretty cool guy. And one thing that's interesting about it, to me at least, is the pose. It's way more action-packed and dynamic, but it still keeps something from the old model. This with the, what's it called again? With the axe, of course, and with the pistol. It seems more action-packed, I guess, but that's something that they've always really done nowadays with Primaris characters. Also, of course, we can't neglect the tactical rock, since boy, that isn't a new thing, right? That's original. That's new. That's everybody likes the tactical rock. Just put him on something else. An interesting thing to note, though, is that the Primaris model now has a jump pack, who kind of resembles, I guess, the original jetpack that Dante has. It feels, yeah, it's the same jetpack. Which is interesting because I don't think Primaris come with normal assault marine jetpacks. If I remember well, they have their own little thingy in those Vanguard boxes. But still, pretty interesting. And Dante having that might be either a unique thing for himself, or it might just be something that they will add soon enough with the jetpacks for the Primaris. Which is interesting because it's about time, to be honest. But nevertheless, possibly this is something they will reveal at Adepticon alongside 10th edition and possibly the rebirth of the Lion. Though we'll have to see about that. Overall, it's interesting that they've picked to do Dante, but of course they've done Azrael for the Dark Angels, and like one of the major and most important characters in Warhammer 40k is Dante, because he's been around for like what, 10,000 years? No, not 10,000 years, 1,000 years, which doesn't seem that much in Warhammer's history, but it kind of is. Kind of is a big deal, especially since the guy just wants to end it. Then you consider there's also the possibility of him being entombed into a dreadnought later on if something happens to him. This guy can't catch a break. That is the truth. This guy can't catch a break. Oh my god, and it's so funny. But that's only to me. What else can I say about it? Personally, I hate Primaris. I don't really like the models. I don't really like their lore. But since I'm a Blood Angel fan, I can't help but be a little bit excited for this. You see, here's a funny story. When they've done the new Mephiston character, when they've turned him into a Primaris, I went to one of my local hobby shops and ordered the old one before they implemented this new one, before they brought in the new one. And what I received instead was not the old Mephiston, but the new one, the Primaris one. And yeah, that was disappointing at that time, but still, it was interesting. And since I've played World of Warcraft for a long time, and I've been a Warcraft fan for a long time, I can kinda get and understand why certain important lore characters are bigger in size than, well, the regular guys. So technically, Mephiston and Dante being Primaris doesn't really affect me that much. Since I can just use them as their normal selves with a normal firstborn army, like a proper loyalist should. Let's be honest here. So yeah, I'm kind of lenient when it comes to Blood Angels. That's unfortunately the truth of it. As much as I might spew hatred towards the Primaris, I'm lenient to the Blood Angels. Because, you know what? They're my boys. I love them. I like them. I like painting them when I get the chance, and I like building them. Now, if only they would bring back that firstborn box of Blood Angels Tactical Squad, which had a bunch of miniatures and nice things into it. Nevertheless, what's important to note is that now we have this, and it's going to be an interesting reveal when it happens. It's, well, what can I say? The model feels more lively. I think I've said that. The mask seems to be the same in a way, except that I see that in the pictures I have now rolling on the screen, I see like Dante has black hair in that one, and one of them. Or it might just be the laurels and the image quality. It seems pretty okay. It still has that six-pack Blood Angels torso. The legs are also fine. Let's be honest, Dante in and of himself, the model is a sanguinary guard. And I think they've managed to capture that pretty well on the Primaris model. Which is interesting, because I wasn't really expecting that. And I think my biggest complaint, really, at the end of the day, about this model is the tactical rock. Please, just make something new. Make them do something else. Don't just always have them on the rocks. It's so bad. Look, when I bought the Gotrek miniature, it was amazing. He could stand on a pile of broken bodies, bones, caven, and wood. That was awesome. The tactical rock has to go. Okay? The tactical rock is no longer needed. We need something else. Just no more tactical rocks, please. Just, for the love of God, stop it with them. It's so annoying and so bad. And I hate when I have to put models in a weird position like that one. Please, stop. Anyway, this has been all for now. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.